Welcome to another video. I'm going to kind of make a short video because I don't have any necessarily new content to bring, but I did want to go over kind of earlier in the season because I normally do this towards the end of the season, but I wanted to go over earlier my strategy going into the season and what I kind of plan on doing and like how I chose my base location and whatnot. So to start off with my base location, I don't know how many people saw last season Clasher. I mean, mine's not as good as Clasher, but he basically had his main like in a location up here, and then all his cities were like spread out in an area like this, with every access point where you'd have to travel quite a distance to get to, making it easy to wall. And I've kind of like this strategy, so I'm trying it out. I generally would park myself more in a clustered area where I could just spam through cities and have multiple targets from each city. But I wanted to try this strategy out, and it's been treating me all right so far. I initially kind of went with my same strategy as last season, where I'm just upgrading my main because you can't lose your main, and it keeps you at a bare minimum of like 500k KP. Once I get to level 102, which I'll stop upgrading it at, because that's what I got all my cities to last time, 102s and 103s. So once I get to there, then I'll stop because I'll be wasting gold if I go further than that. But so that'll keep me at a million, like 0.2 KP minimum, just within one city, but then I'll always have extras. So I do like that just to maintain a slightly higher KP. I kind of have been attacking upwards and slightly around depending on who's red at the time. And as I said last season, I basically, I'm holding this area, but all these cities up here, and I've been branching up into here and over here, then I basically take them, then I wall as people take them back, and I generally don't upgrade them, but if it's a really low level city, like a 55 or something, then I'll upgrade it to like a 70, just so people send upwards of 10 mil, just because it's easier to wall that. And then I kind of wall as I take, then I'll reclaim later if I can. And then most of the gold that I've been making, I will upgrade my little cluster here just to keep it all even. I started at like 60s, then I went to 70s. Then some guy ran through me last night, and he upgraded them to 80s. And then I took them again, and mostly been spending my gold on my main city. And then Madra came over here and ran through my cities, and I just don't have the stats to defend that. But he upgraded them to like 85s to 90s, and then he didn't defend when I reclaimed, which was very nice. And so then I upgraded the ones that were at 83 after I took them, because they were at 85 before. Upgraded those to 85s. These two were 80s because he never took them, so I threw those to 85s. And yeah, I'm just like progressively growing my cluster a little bit, and honestly, like people are growing it for me almost at this point. But I do try to defend it, and if people do attack, then whatever. But then I'm just upgrading my main city. Don't really upgrade these outlying cities much. Kind of use them as feelers, like if people are trying to move in on me. And yeah, that's about it. I am currently holding on to my gold because I don't want to dump and like gain another a couple 100,000 KP because I'm already gonna be top 13 when the leaderboard resets, and I don't want a bigger target on my head because there's definitely people lower KP or similar KP with stats that could just fuck me over. And then if someone does that I can't defend does start running through me, I might just bubble early and just so I could sit at a maximum KP for a little bit. But otherwise, I'll just try to defend, and we'll see how that goes. I've been mostly running gear expeditions if I see them. I haven't really been rerolling much yet. I will say there's a bit of a recruiter glitch that I've seen. Not a glitch necessarily, but like the idle recruiter that shows up in the top right corner that you collect hourly. It seems to be giving me like 50% or less than what I actually should be getting. So people like Devilish that kind of just hold up on, like just build up their idle recruiter throughout the season and then boost it at the end, then I'm not sure how that'll work for them. I think it'll be fine because either way you have a decent advantage going into that. But it just won't be as big of an advantage, assuming that everyone's having the same issue as I am. So that would be interesting. A couple of my clansmates have mentioned the same thing. For my location, I did want to be near a temple, so that turned out all right. Generally keeping 10 to 100 mil in there just so people have to send slightly larger attacks. Depending on attack size, I might wall or snipe. Sniping, obviously, I'll get more gold, but it's easier to wall. You don't have to like time it or anything. Just get it there before. And yep, I think that covers it. I don't want to ramble on for too long because it's kind of just a basic going over my season strategy, changing up a couple things, and just updating you guys earlier in season so that you guys are able to try it out if it seems like a decent idea and works for your gear or whatnot. So yeah, see you in the next one.